And since we're recording this, put this on camera, I want to apologize to Chris in person because I insulted him the other day. I sent him a text message. He approved my client. I said, hey, can we close this month? And I mean, it was like, what, on the 2nd of March?
Yeah.
And I should have known that he could, but you know, we'll be good to close this month. So I'm apologizing to Chris, y'all, for those of you that's going to watch this video.
That was my response to him. I said, man, you insulted me, man. I didn't even answer the question. I didn't even tell him yes. I said, man, that was an insult. All right, so these are some of the things I like to talk about. We kind of get really in depth with the process. These are like some do's and some don'ts and some trying to keep you from hitting a lot of roadblocks. And also, please, ask questions to me. That's the only way that this stuff is going to be informative. I guarantee you there's someone out here, you're thinking of the question. There is no dumb question, okay? This is what I do. This is what I do every single day. And I tell you, I'll just ask the question, all right? Makes it better for me and everyone else in here as well. All right, throughout the process, you want to make sure you keep all of your accounts current. That basically means don't be late on any car notes and credit cards and etc. Typically, lenders will do what's called a soft pull of your credit at the end of the process, okay? So yes, I just told you that you were fully approved for the mortgage. That does not mean now I need to stop paying my bills, okay? Does that make sense? Because once they re-pull that credit, it's going to be up there. And if you were at a 660, but you haven't paid in a month, now you're going to be in some trouble, okay? So keep everything current throughout the entire process. I think Eddie hit on this. No, I don't know if you did. I might have walked out, but don't omit any liabilities or debts that you have as well. When you say when you purchase a car, and I use them as the example a lot, man, when they pull your credit, they're pulling like 15 to 20 different companies to give you all these inquiries on your credit report. But that's where he comes in. Where I care about it the most is if you get a car, say you got a car in February, sometimes it's not pulling in March. It hasn't reported. You haven't made your first payment yet. So when I pull your credit and we're going over it and we're having a good time and I'm telling you we approved and we high-fiving and chest bumping with each other and enjoying life, but there's no car note and you don't see that car note, it's important because remember what I just said, at the end of the process, it's going to be a soft pull on your credit. That was a $500 liability that I didn't count in that process. So I told Dominic you were approved for $150,000, but that was without that car, okay? Once we add that car, we only approved for like $80,000. That's why he said get the car last, by the way. But that's what it's for. So if you see anything that's not on your credit report when we are reviewing it, you need to tell me, okay? Well, don't say, oh, he don't see the car, and then I can get a $200,000 house, okay? It's important, y'all. It is important. I don't want you ever to go through that because I've had that happen before. And all of these examples that I'm giving you, stuff that's happened to me over the last 14 years, okay? All right. Cash. Nah, man, the mortgage industry does not like, we don't like cash. We don't like cash at all because we can't really source where the cash is coming from, okay? Let's just, for an example, when I say don't deposit cash, so let's just say you need $1,000 to qualify for the mortgage. If you need $1,000, and then you give me a bank statement, and the bank statement says you have $2,000. Say the bank statement says you have like $1,000 in the bank, but there's a $1,000 cash deposit in the bank. Okay, you literally have that money in your account, but because it was cash, we're going to pretty much put our hand over there and say you don't have that money in there anymore because we can't prove where that money came from. Okay. Just think of it like this. I could have given you the money. Dominic could have given you the money. And it's illegal for us to do that. It's a lot of unethical things that happens in my industry, and that's one of them. So to prevent Dominic from saying, Dominic said, man, I got to feed my beautiful daughters and wife out here. I'm going to give you this $1,000. You can't because we got to source it. Okay? So do everything you can to not deposit cash. Then the question is, then people tell me, well, I get it happen off this man. Good.
That's actually what happened to me years ago.
Dominic
My
gave me
mother was
$1,000.
coming from my mother. It was coming from my mother, and they told me I couldn't borrow money for the clothes on the house.
Okay, yeah.
It was my mom, but if she wrote a check, they
did. Wow, they should have did that. So that's where I'm kind of going with that.
Okay.
So when you can deposit cash. Not saying you can't, I'm advising you when you're in the process and getting ready to buy a home, do not deposit cash. But if you do, let's just say Nicholas is your brother, okay? He gave you the money. Now I have to get in his business a little bit. I need bank statements from him. And then people are like, oh, I'm gonna black out this. I don't want that. Let me tell you something. I never look at that stuff, by the way. Just don't ever worry about who cares if you ate at McDonald's 5 days a week. I don't care about all that stuff. All right, but I got to get his bank statement. Okay, we got to show that he gave you the money. So if it's $400, he got to take the $400. I got to see that coming out the account, coming into your account. Yes, sir.
Even if it's a cashier's check?
Even if it's a cashier's check, I still have to see the money. I got to see it. Okay. So technically, like, you really want to do a check. You want to do a check because you can actually get the image of the check. We can see where the money actually came from at that point. Then I don't need the bank statement from someone else. Okay. But if you do cash, I have to get the bank statement because I have to see where the money is coming from. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Any questions about that? Yes, sir.
I mean, it's just I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but I had like my company bought out our shares,
All right.
and like we had an option to cash out or
Yeah.
roll it over to a Roth IRA,
Yep.
and like
You cashed out.
huh?
You cashed it out.
Yeah, they didn't give us all at the same
Yeah.
time. They just like gave it like increments.
That's easy. That's easy for me to find out. You can provide me the documentation that says that and the amount that was distributed into your account. That's easy to do. Okay. All right. Also, this may seem crazy to you. Make sure you pay your rent on time. Okay? Because we're going to do a verification of rent. We want to make sure that you've made your rent payment for at least 12 months in a row. All right? Which makes sense. Think about it. You want me to loan you $200,000. I want to make sure you have the ability to repay your money back and you have been paying your landlord on time for the last 12 months. Okay? That makes sense, doesn't it? So, but don't pay rent with cash. Okay? Don't pay rent with cash. Again, let me put this disclaimer. You can do that. And the reason why, let me back up. This process could be one of the biggest transactions you will ever make in your life. Okay? It can be overwhelming at times. I'm trying to keep it as calm for you as possible. Okay? My job at times, I won't lie to you, can get overwhelming. I've frustrated some clients in the past because they think, man, you're asking me for all this stuff. I'm not doing it just to aggravate you. You know, I need the loan to close. I can't get paid if it doesn't close. Okay? However, you're borrowing money. Think about this and keep this in your mind. And I don't want to say when you're talking to a lender, when you're talking to me, when we're doing this loan for you, if you ask me for $200,000, so if I ask you for $200,000 and I'm not paying my rent on time, would you just give me the $200,000 or you'd be a little skeptical? Yeah, you'd be skeptical. You'd be like, oh, this joker ain't even paying his rent, you know, so why am I going to give him that money? I mean, you know, do that for him. So just kind of keep that in your mind during the process. So we're not just getting in your business to be nosy, okay? We're getting in there because we want to make sure you have the ability to pay it back. So pay your rent on time because we're going to do a verification of rent for the last 12 months, okay? So what if you don't? What if you live at home and you don't pay rent? It's okay, no big deal. But what we'll be looking for though, you may have like alternative credit. Say you have a cell bill. This is where it comes. It's important to pay all your bills on time because now I may ask you for, hey, Ari, give me 2 alternative credits. I live with my parents. The only thing I have is a cell bill and a car insurance. Perfect. Give me the car insurance and the cell bill. Let me see you've been making those payments on time. Okay? Here's another nugget I'm gonna add this up here. If you are living at home and you're not paying rent, and when we get those 60 days of bank statements and you only have $30 to $40 in the bank, that's another thing to think about. Why haven't you been able to have the ability to save any money? You don't pay any rent. Yeah, you have a car note, but that's really it. But you're averaging $30 to $50 in your bank account for the last 60 days. Okay? So if you stand at home, you're not paying rent, you know, everyone asks me, well, what's the magic number? How much money should I save? There is no magic number. Okay? We want to see something. We want to see more than $50 in the bank. Ideally, if you have a couple $1,000s in the bank, that's outstanding. Or $600, $700 in the bank consistently. That's outstanding. Okay? You understand why? Because we want to show that we have some savings, that we have the ability to save. So I mean, I've closed people, to be honest with you, especially VA clients, because it's 100% financing. They only have like $80 in the bank. But that's really not good practice. What if something happens and they're not gonna be able to pay their mortgage the next month? Then you're not gonna be able to eat. You know, and I would feel terrible that, you know, I got you into this beautiful house and then you can't eat. You know, we took all those pictures on Facebook for no reason. You know what I mean? So I don't want that. You know, then you're talking bad about me. That's what I don't want to do. All right. So I hope I was clear. Hey, oh, I didn't even say it. So try to pay your rent. I know it's old school, but if you can pay it with a check, that's better for us. Okay. If you can't, if you're going to do cash, now I'm going to need 12 months of bank statements if you're going to pay it with cash. So on my first slide, I said 60 days, which is just 2 months, right? So this is where it gets overwhelming for you, okay? You pay your landlord with cash. I need 12 months of bank statements, so I need to see, say your rent is $1,000. I need to see that $1,000 coming out your bank account. Well, hold on, Nick. I'm on the flow, Nick. I'm on the flow. So it's coming out your bank account. But check this out. Here's what happens all the time to me. You give me the bank statement, and then it's like, first of all, you throw me 1,000 pieces of paper and have me figure through everything. It's okay, I ain't gonna talk about it. But you show me a $400 withdrawal, then just a $200 withdrawal. I say, all right, that's 6, but the rent is 1,000. Oh, Chris, I got money under my bed. I just took the extra 4 and just paid it that way. Now we don't have 12 months of payment history anymore. I can't use mattress money, okay? So deposit that money in the bank, and I said 60 days. So let's just say you are thinking that you're about to buy this house. Not gonna go back 90 days, so if you deposited cash, who cares what you did 90 days ago, 78 days ago, okay? I'm talking 60 days, so I'm trying to prepare you, so if you are a cash deposit person, stop, okay? Now, if you can, all right? So I need 12 months of bank statements if we go back, if you're paying rent with cash. If you have a landlord though, here's what's the great part. I'm not a landlord, a realty company. We'll get the verification employment from them. Okay, but if you're paying, like, cause I have a rental property and she pays me cash. Okay, but if you're paying me or just a regular person, they gotta provide 12 months of bank statements. Okay.